Today we're going to be diving into 3S that can actually help fight cancer.
Dr. William Li, a physician scientist and author of Eat to Beat Disease, highlights 3 powerful S foods that can help starve cancer by supporting the body's defense systems. Let's count down the top 3 S foods you can add to your plate to fight cancer. Stay with me until the end for a delicious recipe idea that combines all 3. Number 1. Soy.
Genistein, the phytoestrogen in soy, actually can also cut off the blood supply feeding breast cancer. So it's just the opposite of the urban legend out there that soy is not good for you. I recently saw an article. It was a cover of a magazine that said, soy anti-nutrients or something like that. And mine was blown that somebody could actually say that, because most of the nutrients, including the proteins, but also the phytoestrogens in soy, again, if you're a scientist, you take a look at this, and the phytoestrogens look nothing like human estrogens. They're not dangerous. They actually block human estrogens, and they actually are also anti-angiogenic, and they cut off the blood supply to breast cancers. And this has been shown in human patients, breast cancer patients as well.
First on the list, soy. And this one comes with a myth we need to bust. For years, many people believed soy was risky for those at high risk of breast cancer because of its natural plant compounds called phytoestrogens. But research, including studies highlighted by Dr. Li, has found the opposite. Soy's main phytoestrogen, Genistein, appears to act as an anti-estrogen in the human body and has shown anti-angiogenic effects in lab studies. Population studies, including large studies of breast cancer survivors, have found that women who consumed more soy had lower rates of cancer recurrence. Though again, this is observational data, and individual results can vary based on overall diet and health history. How to add it to your diet. Number 2. Seafood.
I am nowhere near the ocean, but I know that seafood is one of those foods that are actually good for your health, lowers the risk of cardiovascular disease, and has healthy omega-3 fatty acids. So where do I find it when I'm nowhere near the sea? Well, I go straight to the frozen section. I prefer to cook myself, and this is all battered and fried, and it's got all kinds of other stuff in it that I don't recommend for health. It may taste great actually, but not that good for you. So if you want to eat to beat disease and you want seafood, where do you go? Let's keep checking it out. All right, I think I found it. Check this cabinet out. This is flash frozen fish. That means that the fish was caught on a boat and then flash frozen, and locks in all the flavor as well as the healthy omega-3s. So let's open up and see what's good. Okay, here's what I'm looking at. There's orange roughy, yellowfin tuna. That's a good one. It's got omega-3. Got to be careful about the mercury in tuna. Sockeye salmon, wild caught's what I go after. I try to go for wild caught, Pacific cod. Good one. Scallops also have omega-3 fatty acids. Pink salmon, wild caught. I look for that. And here's something, tilapia. Tilapia is a common food fish, except that it's got a lot of omega-6 fatty acids compared to omega-3s. That's not the right ratio, so I go for the omega-3s. So in this cabinet, you can actually get salmon was a good choice here. Look, I'm nowhere near the ocean. Able to find some frozen fish. Thaw it out, put it on the grill, broil it in the oven, put it on a pan, cook it in a healthy sort of way.
And the second S? Seafood, particularly fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which have been studied for their role in reducing chronic inflammation, a process that's been linked to increased cancer risk over time. Omega-3 have also been studied for their potential to support a healthy immune response and even influence blood vessel signaling in ways that may help keep angiogenesis balanced. Dr. Li has also pointed out something surprising. Certain marine animals like starfish can regenerate body parts, and while humans can't do that exactly, our bodies do have their own regenerative processes that some nutrients, including those found in seafood, may help support. How to add it to your diet. Number 3. Strawberries.
First thing that attracts my attention is that it's got Wexford strawberries in the store. Now we know that strawberries have ellagic acid, which is anti-inflammatory, but we also know that strawberries lower inflammation and actually good for brain health.
And the third S is strawberries are one of the richest natural sources of ellagic acid, a compound that's been studied for its potential anti-angiogenic properties, meaning it may help regulate the blood vessel growth that tumors rely on. They're also packed with vitamin C and other antioxidants that support your immune system and help protect cells from oxidative damage. Dr. Lee has also pointed to strawberries, along with other berries and dark chocolate, as foods that may help activate the body's stem cell regeneration system, which plays a role in repairing tissue.
Hey, Dr. Will Lee here. I'm at the grocery store and I'm looking at the fruit section, the produce section, and I found something that I want to actually share with you because I don't see it very often, but when I see it, I want to call it out. Have you ever heard of a pine berry? A pine berry is a strawberry, but not being red like a strawberry. It's actually white, red, pink. Look, this is a pine berry. It kind of tastes like a pineapple, which is, I think, why it's called pine berry. But it's actually a kind of a strawberry. Now look, compare that to strawberries. Look at that, deep red. The pine berries are unusual. I like to check out unusual foods and, give them a taste. Very, very delicious. Now, so one of the questions you might ask is, are the polyphenols in pine berries as good as strawberries? And it turns out researchers have shown that pine berries have just about the same amount of polyphenols as strawberries do. So you can get this, or you can get this, and you're going to get polyphenols in all of them. But if you really want the highest polyphenols, what you want to get are raspberries or blackberries. And raspberries are particularly good. They're higher than pine berries because they also have a lot of dietary fiber. So the ellagic acid is good for vascular health, good for your circulation. Raspberries have that, plus a huge amount of dietary fiber, which is actually good for gut health, which lowers inflammation. But what I wanted to share with you today is the interesting pine berry. Pine berry as pineapple. You should try it sometime. Check it out. I just wanted to share that with you.
It's worth noting, most of this research comes from lab studies and population-level epidemiological studies, rather than large clinical trials in cancer patients. So think of strawberries as part of a broader, healthy eating pattern, not a standalone fix. How to add them to your diet. Recipe 1. Soy glazed salmon with strawberry avocado salsa. A stunning weeknight dinner of silky soy marinated salmon topped with a fresh strawberry avocado salsa. All 3 cancer-fighting S's in one showstopper plate. Recipe 2. Strawberry edamame soba bowl with seared salmon. A vibrant, meal prep-friendly lunch bowl soba noodles, creamy edamame, sweet strawberries, and pan-seared salmon, all tossed in a punchy sesame soy dressing, ready in 20 minutes. Recipe 3. Strawberry silken tofu bowl with smoked salmon. A creamy, no-cook breakfast bowl, silken tofu blended smooth with strawberries as a protein-rich base, crowned with smoked salmon, fresh strawberries, and a soy sesame drizzle. Bold, beautiful, and genuinely addictive.
By the way, as I'm going to say it again, this is not a substitute for cancer therapy, medical therapy. This is actually to augment your own bodies. Tony Stark, Iron Man, you augment yourself to actually, have that shield, that suit that can be helpful. That's what you're doing when you're eating foods to boost your immune system. Let the doctor give you your sick care when you're at the infusion clinic or in a medical center. You go home, that's healthcare. Now you're actually boosting your own health defenses. So remember, food is not a substitute. Food is not a cure, but it is a tool, a vital tool in the toolbox. And every cancer patient needs to have a good oncologist to be able to give them the best comprehensive care.